Just trying to recover what's in your head.
This is the first time we've really seen you kind of play that evil character. What was that like for you?
I loved it. It was great. I mean, I've played tricky women, or I've played bitchy women, but I haven't not in this quite sense of playing a villain. And I loved it. I mean, obviously, if you're playing a villain, you can't. She doesn't think she is. She thinks she's absolutely a good guy. You know, she thinks Colin's the villain. So that was the fun of it, and the fact that she's just a little bit off, and she's kind of damaged and wounded and acting out of that place. You know, it's always fun for an actor.
And one of the most memorable scenes in the film is obviously your fight with Jessica. Take me through that day on set. What was that like for you guys?
It was good. I think we'd both practiced a lot, because it came up, within the first few weeks of us shooting, and I hadn't really known I was doing the movie until quite late in the day, so I hadn't had the sort of normal length of time training. So we were quite nervous about it, and we were very nervous about hitting each other as well. Nobody wants to be the one responsible for giving the other actress a black eye and making sure she can't work for a week, So that was tough. But it was really a hardcore workout. We were all sweating and out of breath, and but it was rather a relentless day, But we were glad we were doing it ourselves.
And how did you prepare for that before you started shooting?
Every spare moment was practicing. Evenings, weekends, lunch breaks, just because it's a dance, basically. It's choreographed, and it's rather just a dangerous dance. So just practice that and made sure you ate your protein and crossed your fingers.
Right. And so what was it like to work with your husband again, to be back on set with him?
Yes, I love working with him. We get on really well. I think he's an extraordinarily talented person. He's very creative. He's great with actors, and most of us, when we're asked to come back, come back. I mean, Bill Nye's worked with him more times than I have, so.
And your character doesn't get a chance to go to the Total Recall Center at all, but is there a memory or something that you want to experience that you haven't yet that you would go to that center for? I'd
be very worried about the side effects of it. I'm a little bit of a wuss about that stuff, but it would be nice to play like a big rock concert or something like that.
I think that's like everyone's dream.
Is it? I think so too. I mean, imagine if you really were a rock star. You go, I have the coolest job in the world.
Yeah, absolutely. And the set looked absolutely amazing.
It really was.
So what was that like to do that? Was it mostly green screen, or what?
No, it was almost none. I mean, that was what was. I don't feel I've really had the green screen experience. Len loves to do everything practically as far as he possibly can. So even when we're in the hover cars, those are real cars, and they're attached to a race car by this kind of rather thin stick, and everything's wobbling and going really fast. So he made everything as practical as he possibly could. There'd maybe be a little strip of green screen in the background, but it was not talking to a tennis ball or anything.